This video is about never meet your heroes. I remember, I think I was 24 years old, and I saw this pastor on television. It's BET. He was from Baltimore. And I had never seen anyone preach like that in my life. It was a moment for me. But most importantly, I loved the way he dressed. His dressing, his taste was just mesmerizing. I remember saying to myself, this is probably one of the best dressed men I've ever seen in my life. So I said to myself, one day, I'm gonna dress that man. And that was 32 years in the making. You know, I used to see him on television. As the years go on, 5 years, 10 years, I see all my peers dressing him. They had the connections, they had the money, they had the resources. And I had nothing. I was living out my dream, but I just didn't have the financial circumstance or the publicist to get me in touch with him. So one day, I'm scrolling through my Instagram and I see a follower, and it's him. So I'm nervous, but I inbox him and says, Pastor, I would love to dress you. And he said, Sir, I would love to meet you. Now, I remember the weeks leading up to our meeting. He told me to fly to Atlanta. I booked a hotel, and he said he was on his way. I get to the hotel, and I can't tell you of how nervous I was, because this meant so much to me. So I meet him. Gets to the room and says, Terry, I'm flying out the country tonight. You only have 10 minutes. Where's your swatch books? So I give him my swatch books, and he says, measure that suit. It's perfect. And I'll pick the swatches. I'll wire you the money. And when will the suits be ready? And I said, Pastor, 6 weeks. So now, here's what I didn't know. When I ordered the fabrics, Arison told me the fabric was out of stock. And there was nothing I could do. You got to understand, I gave this man my word. When I say 6 weeks, I mean 6 weeks. So the weeks are passing. And I'm getting more anxious. I'm filled with anxiety. I'm feeling very pensive. And so now we headed into 3 months. Finally, I get the call. The fabric is ready. The suits were made. And I shipped it to him. So I shipped him the suits. And it's odd because normally when I ship someone a suit, they give me a call within 24 to 48 hours. But a week had passed, and I'm worried. So I sent him a text message, and he responds the next day. And I said, Sir, how did you like the clothing? And he says, it doesn't fit. I'm going to send you pictures. Man, that was probably one of the saddest days of my life. I mean, it was rough. So I'm like, how could this be? I followed the measurements from his suit that he said was perfect. When I tell you how disappointed I was, Words can't describe. So I said, can we get on the phone so I can get a better understanding while you talk me through your measurements? And he said, sure. So we got on the phone. And when I heard his voice, you gotta understand, I'm 57 years old at the time. And I couldn't speak. I mean, I cried like a 3-year-old child. I'm talking complete breakdown. Because I worked all my life to get to this point. And I let him down. I let myself down. And this is my life's work. This is something that I dreamed of for 33 years. And he paused. He chuckled. And he says, Terry, I think you're forgetting something. And I said, what? He says, we never did a fitting. I said, the 4 months has passed. I forgot we never did a fitting. So he says, yeah, you never even did a fitting with me. So I remake the suits to the adjustments that were required. By the way, the suit he gave me was too tight. He gave me the wrong one. I overnighted the suits, of course. He received them. And within 30 minutes of receiving them, he replied, you're a wizard. I'm a wizard? Yes. Terry, you are a wizard. These are extraordinary. And probably one of the happiest days of my life, you know. I don't know if you guys get this, but when you care, when you want to be great, you know? I mean, I know a lot of us, we go through life, some of us, and all we think about is the paycheck, or we think about the house we want to buy, or the car we want to buy, or the watch we want to own, or whatever it is. My thing is only to be respected for my craft. And that's how much it means to me. So when you hire me, that's what you're getting. I mean, I can't change your life. But one thing that I want to do is I want to make you happy. I want to bring some joy into your life when I make your clothing. And that's it. So just remember, all clothing, all accessories, everything you see on my page was bespoken by me. Yes, a black man at the highest level. Okay, I've got a saunter.